Hi guys, as promised on our snow day, here is our school from home, our must-dos, should-dos, and could-dos for British Lit. So for your must-dos, your 1984 quote quiz for Book 2, Chapters 1 through 7 that I gave in class yesterday is your must-do. You need to remember, we talked about it yesterday in class, that we want to go deeper than just a surface explanation of what the quote says. I know that you are all capable of reading. Make sure that you connect the quote back to ideas from the text or from some ideas about the character, some ideas about dystopia literature, something about the control and the fear. You have to go further than just what the quote says. Don't just tell me that this quote is about Newspeak. Okay, what does Newspeak mean about the society? What does that suggest about the society? Remember we talked yesterday that our responses should be a half page in length per quote. So we had 4 quotes on that quiz. Each is a half page in length. So that means that you should turn in at least 1 page front and back tomorrow. The quote quiz is going to be due at the end of the period tomorrow. Remember we said that if we had been in school today, that we would have worked all day in class today, and then I would give you 20 minutes in class tomorrow. That deal still stands. So you need to make sure that you allot time today to deal with the quote quiz. What should you do today? You need to make sure that you read through Chapter 7 of Book 2, and I believe that we worked through Chapter 7 on the audiobook yesterday, but 5 and 6 we haven't really, we just kind of grazed over, so you want to make sure that you go back and look at Chapters 5 through 6. You want to make sure that you've completed the study guide for Books 2, Chapters 1 through 7. We will have the multiple choice portion of the reading quiz tomorrow during class. Your study guide can be used, so you want to make sure, or you should make sure, that that reading guide is complete. What could you do today if you have extra time? You could begin to read Book 2, or you could complete the character compare-contrast chart that will prepare you for the mini project that we are going to do Thursday and Friday. And I'll show you that in just a second when I show you where to find materials. Also, you can complete any missing quote quizzes that are listed in Infinite Campus. Any of the quote quizzes 1 or 2, or even the Divergent quiz. So, Ms. Pittman, where do I find all of these materials? Of course, on our website, tinyurl.com, Pitmanbritlit. When you get to our course website, page all the way down to the 1984 page here, 1984, when you hit this landing page, everything that you need to be successful today with our school from home is right here. If I know that everybody does not have books because we have the class set in our classroom. That's okay. Right here, full text of the book is here. Okay, so just click there. It'll take you to a full text of 1984. All of our reading guides are here. Books, both Book 1 reading guides and Book 2 reading guide that you'll use on your quiz tomorrow is here. All 3 quote quizzes are here. So if you're missing quote quiz 1, it's right here. If you're missing quote quiz 2, right here. And if for some reason you weren't here yesterday and could not get the quote quiz that is due tomorrow, you can locate it here. If you've lost it, same thing applies. You can make a copy to your Google Drive and share with me, and then I'll print it from there if that's the easiest thing for you to do. Okay, so all quote quizzes are here, all reading guides are here, full text is here. Okay. Then the character comparison chart that I discussed in your could-dos is here. Let's click this link and look at this chart so you know what I want you to do. Okay, so we've talked about Winston and Julia and how initially we felt like Winston and Julia were similar characters. Okay, that they both were very intelligent and they both did not believe in the party. Now, as Julia's character is developing a little bit more, we're starting to understand that she is actually a little different than Winston in the sense of control. That she now has been beaten to the point that she simply doesn't care anymore. Whereas Winston, on the other hand, cares deeply. So what I want you to do on this chart is I want you to basically describe Winston's views on relationships. Then I want you to find a quote from the text that supports his view on relationships. I want you to do the same thing for Julia. My goal here is that in these descriptions that you will either see a difference or a similarity, or maybe you'll see both. Okay? I want you to also think about politics. This is their views on the party. What do they think about the party? How do they approach the party? Once again, I want you to describe Winston's views of the party and Julia's views of the party. But you need to think deeply about Julia because she's deeper than she just doesn't like the party. Winston is also deeper than he just doesn't like the party. Remember how he reacts during the 2 minutes of hate. Also think about what Julia does when Winston starts talking about political things. Okay? Then I want you to find a quote to support each of those ideas. Then I want you to think about their views on each other. Okay? What is their view of their relationship? Do they love each other? Or do they really understand what love is? Okay? I want you to find and describe those ideas and then find a quote to support it. Okay? This is all going to develop into a little mini project that we will work on Thursday and Friday in class. You can find all of our audiobook YouTubes that we've been listening to also here on the home page. If you are looking for the Divergent quiz because you are missing that quiz, you can click Divergent, and then I will place a link here with that quiz for you to print out. Okay, so what's in it for me, this school at home, Ms. Pittman? Okay, so the quote quiz deadline is not going to be moved. It must be turned in tomorrow at the end of class. So if you don't take advantage of school at home today, then your quote quiz is going to be awful hard to complete with having to take the multiple choice portion tomorrow in class and completing it. Also, any missing quote quizzes or Divergent quizzes that are turned in tomorrow after school from home will not receive any late point deductions. So you'll get full credit for those. That's a nice benefit if you still owe me those quizzes. Okay, so you have some things to ponder here on our snow day. I hope that you guys are safe and warm, and I know that I will see everybody tomorrow. Take care.